In a time preceding the narrative of Genesis 1, when creation was still a secret kept in the celestial records, an intriguing story unfolds on the ancient pages of the Bible. It is in Genesis chapter 6 in the book of Job that we uncover hidden secrets about the sons of God and the Nephilim, enigmatic figures that continue to captivate and disturb readers to this day. In the book of Job, we are introduced to a righteous man named Job, who resided in a distant and mysterious land. His life was prosperous and filled with blessings, and Job maintained a disciplined relationship with God, seeking to live a life of moral uprightness. However, a terrible twist of fate befalls him, causing him to lose everything he possessed, plunging him into an abyss of suffering and despair. Fear overtakes Job, making him bitter and anxious, until a desire arises in him to confront God and protest against his cruel destiny. Surprisingly, God intervenes in Job's life after 36 fervent pleas. Finally, Job is heard and given the opportunity to have a direct dialogue with the Creator. It is in this crucial moment that we are transported into a cosmic perspective. God questions Job about his presence at the beginning of the creation, as recorded in Job chapter 38, verses 4-7. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me, if you have understanding. Who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Or who stretched the line upon it? On what were its bases sunk, or who laid its cornerstone, when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy? These powerful words reveal that there was a sublime and enigmatic moment when the morning stars sang their joyful songs, and all the sons of God rejoiced in a divine celebration. In this mysterious passage, we are confronted with the presence of angelic beings known as morning stars and sons of God, privileged witnesses to the creation of the earth. Their joy and enthusiasm resonate through the ages, inviting us to delve into a deep and unfathomable mystery that encompasses divine glory, power, and wisdom. Prepare yourselves, for we will enter a world filled with mysteries, where ancient truths and celestial secrets await to be unraveled. The story of the sons of God and the challenges that permeate creation immerses us in a universe where fear and fascination walk hand in hand. Fallen angels are rarely mentioned in the Bible, as the vast majority of angels in heaven never fell from grace and remained loyal to God. However, some chose to follow a different path. The fallen angels did not keep their first estate, which means they abandoned the purpose for which they were created. Angels were created to dwell in heaven with God, praising and doing His will, just as humans were created to live on earth. Their mission was to glorify God, but the fallen angels chose to reject the divine plan for their lives. According to the Bible, these angels are called fallen angels because they forsook heaven. According to the Epistle of Peter, chapter 2, verse 4, "For if God did not spare angels when they sinned, but cast them into hell and committed them to chains of gloomy darkness to be kept until the judgment." In other words, hell was not intended for just one person, although Judas and others will certainly end up there in the end. Satan and the fallen angels were the intended recipients of hell. The story of the fallen angels is complex and involves a great rebellion in heaven. Some of them are now in hell, while others were on earth and followed different paths. According to Genesis 6, the fallen angels married human women and had giant offspring with them. The biblical passage in Genesis chapter 6, verses 1-4, recounts these mysterious events. The Nephilim, or giants, are enigmatic figures described as men of renown and mighty men who were of old. The text does not explain how the Nephilim came into existence, only stating that they were on the earth in those days and also afterward when the sons of God came in to the daughters of men and bore children with them. Why the Nephilim are mentioned alongside the marriage between the sons of God and the daughters of men is unclear, unless they were indeed the result of the union between spiritual beings and humans. The identity of the sons of God has been a subject of debate throughout the centuries. Three main perspectives emerge: the traditional belief that the sons of God were fallen angels, the view that they were powerful human rulers, and the interpretation that they were righteous descendants of Seth who married ungodly descendants of Cain. The traditional view holds that the sons of God were supernatural beings who had children with human women, resulting in the Nephilim. Arguments in favor of this view include the use of the phrase sons of God in other Old Testament contexts, referring to angels, and the contrast between the sons of God and humanity in Genesis 6:1-2. The story of the fallen angels and the Nephilim takes us on a journey through the spiritual world, filled with mysteries, ancient enigmas, and heavenly secrets. It reveals to us the cosmic battle between the forces of good and evil, where fear and fascination walk hand in hand. This is a reminder that the spiritual reality is as complex and intriguing as any fiction, and there is much more between heaven and earth than we imagine. Our beliefs and understandings about fallen angels, the Nephilim, and spiritual warfare may vary, but one thing is certain: the quest for knowledge and exploration of spiritual mysteries continue to intrigue us, challenging us to understand the secrets of the spiritual world and deepen our faith in spirituality.